Hello grade 10 learners! Welcome to Ma'am Chi's Ag-Amazing Corner. This is your virtual classroom in Science 10 and I am your teacher, Ma'am Menchi T. Cruz. Your genes are a part of what makes you the person you are. You are different from everyone alive now and everyone who has ever lived. But your genes will probably make you look like the other members of your family. Have you been told that you have your mother's eyes or your father's nose? Genes influence what we look like on the outside and how we work on the inside. They contain the information our bodies need to make chemicals called proteins. We will discover more of this in today's lesson. At the end of this video lesson, you are expected to: number 1, identify the role of DNA and RNA in protein synthesis. Number 2, describe DNA replication. Relate DNA replication to its complementary structure. And number 4, describe transcription and translation. There are 3 facts that you should know about DNA. DNA is your body's textbook or blueprint of life and the carrier of your genetic information. DNA is unique to every individual, except for identical twins, since they came from the same fertilized egg, which causes them to carry the same DNA. Any differences between identical twins can be attributed to environmental factors. DNA is inherited or passed on from parent to offsprings. You receive 1 copy of DNA from your mother and 1 from your father in the form of chromosomes. DNA structure. The DNA is a biomolecule that is long and double helix strands twisted around each other like a spiral staircase. The DNA was first identified by the Swiss chemist Friedrich Mischer. The British scientist Rosalind Elsie Franklin applied X-ray diffraction methods to study DNA and discovered that the DNA molecule existed in a helical or spiral conformation. This led to the suggestion of James Watson and Francis Crick that the structure of DNA is a double helix polymer, a spiral consisting of 2 DNA strands wound around each other. Components of a DNA molecule. The sides of DNA is composed of sugar and phosphate molecules. The rungs are pairs of chemicals called nitrogenous bases or bases, and these are adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. These bases pair specifically with one another. Thymine always pairs with adenine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. Important properties of DNA. The DNA molecule has 2 important properties. First, it can make copies of itself. If you pull the 2 strands apart, each can be used to make new DNA molecule. The production of identical replicas of DNA from the original DNA molecule is called replication. Second, it can carry information. The order of the bases along a strand is a code for making proteins. Genes. Genes are segments of DNA which provide instructions or detailed codes for specific traits or qualities that you have or for a specific protein. For example, one gene will code for the protein insulin, which is important in helping your body to control the amount of sugar in your blood. Genes are the basic unit of genetics. Human beings have 20,000 to 25,000 genes. These genes account for only about 3% of your DNA. Chromosomes. Chromosomes are rod-shaped or thread-like DNA-containing structures of cellular organisms that are located in the nucleus of eukaryotes. Human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in every cell, which makes up to 46 in total. A photograph of a person's chromosome arranged into size is called a karyotype. Since there are 23 pairs of chromosomes for humans, 22 of these pairs are autosomes or the body chromosomes, while the 23rd pair are the sex chromosomes that determines whether you are a boy or a girl. The central dogma. The central dogma describes the processes turning DNA into a protein called transcription and translation that converts a gene on a strand of DNA into a functional protein that is capable of serving a variety of biological functions in the body.